Okay, hello everyone. We are Team MTN Nigeria, and let's just go straight to the slide. So we do have a brief presentation, a video, just to pass across the message on what we are trying to address in our SDG initiative. So I'm going to play the video right now. Quick one. Yeah, thanks for that. So, Nigeria is known to be a developing country, and we still have a lot. We have a target segment of population that have issues that Aquos is experiencing. We could see from the video that Aquos had issues with his data connectivity, and he was using a computer to try and get music content, whereas he could have gotten that by streaming through streaming platform like Apple Music, Spotify. So we came as a business to see that how can we address issues that such are people like Apple's what they are facing. So I'm going to introduce my company. We are MTN Nigeria. We're a very big telecommunications company, arguably the biggest in Africa. And I have on the line here with me is Udofa, and we work for the transformation office team. And our basic vision of our telecommunications brand is to deliver the bold new digital world to our customers. And so to our problem statement, the problem we are currently facing is how can we provide good internet access and 4G devices to customers, especially people like Apples who earn as low as $40 monthly, and they don't have access to these platforms. Currently, the internet penetration in Nigeria stands at about 50%, which means there's room for improvement. And also the spread of smartphone users in Nigeria can actually still do better because we are currently looking at 32%. So going over that, we now looked at addressing SDG goal number 9, which is to increase ICT technology and provide infrastructure to allow this thrive. So our basic solution looks at Udofa segment, that's the customers, but we can also cascade this to organizations, businesses, and also religious institutions. They can benefit from this initiative that we're proposing for the likes of Apples. So I'm going to, my colleague Udofa is going to walk us through the yellow solution on how we hope to implement this. Udofa, you can take over, please. Hi, Udofa.
Unfortunately, we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me, please? Yeah, okay. Okay, in the meantime, let me just go walk through it. So we have
a strong network.
Okay.
And the fact that I didn't have a 4G smart device.
I think, guys, it would be better if they continue, one of you who has better connection, if it is possible, please, because we cannot hear what you're trying to say now.
Okay, let me just take it up from there due to the short time. So we do, I'll just have to summarize what we've done. So we have two solutions here. The first is the long term and the short term, the quick win. So for the long term, we look at partnering with satellite provider to provide low Earth orbit satellite technology. So all of this will be done using data analytics. So we target people like Udofa who have poor internet connectivity, and we provide them internet connectivity using these low orbit satellites, married together with our traditional base stations we have in the country. Also, we look at addressing the issue of the devices by providing 4G devices to these guys on a lending basis. So we are creating a solution whereby we leverage analytics and credit scoring to provide these guys with 4G devices where they can actually pay monthly or at a certain particular timeline, basically. So this speaks to our 4G device financing initiative. It's a whole ecosystem, and we are currently in talks with partners, original equipment manufacturers, customers, and we love this initiative because it speaks to, we are looking at the unbanked, because there are people that can afford devices. I'm going to spell that out, but we're looking at targeting those guys that can't afford to buy a device at once. So we are trying to spread payments plans for them, leveraging our resources, basically. So a competitive advantage for us here is the use of our telco data. So using credit scoring and partnership with other credit scoring services providers. And MTN Nigeria would be the first telecommunications company to flag up this quick win of device financing. And also we are addressing the unbanked tech segment. So this speaks to what we are trying to address with the SDG here. Our timeline, we are going to engage multiple stakeholders. That's we are like I mentioned earlier, we are in talk with the legal team, the IS are bringing them on board. So we look at implementing all of this within 3 months, to start the first phase. And in the long run, we'll implement various phases of this project. And for us, this project will lead to an estimated revenue of about $15 million and improving our EBITDA margin by 28.31%. So in as much as we are trying to address SDGs, so we kind of find a way in which our internal stakeholders would love to buy into this idea by making profits. So that's why we carried out this analysis, and we realized that there's still benefits for us as an organization, as we are still also trying to tackle the SDG challenges. So for us, what will success mean for us? So success for us means achieving 50% of our set target of outreach within 6 months and launching this initiative in 3 months, because we've been actively involved in ensuring that this initiative takes forth by December, January time. And also we are currently there will be some limitations, some risk attached to this, like getting approval from the regulatory body. So that's why we are engaging actively with our internal stakeholders to ensure that we address these challenges. And all in conclusion, we look at targeting people like Atpos and providing good services to them, digital services to them. And also this can cascade down to the fintech space, basically, because nobody can undermine the importance of internet connectivity and having data as a platform. So Atpos can also carry out seamless financial transaction, and also it will create an ecosystem for other businesses to thrive, leveraging telecommunications data. We realize that by tackling this SDG Goal 9 and speaking to Atpos challenge, we are also looking at addressing issues with quality education and economic growth. That's the goal number 4 and goal number 8.
Thank you so much, MTN team. So, dear experts, clarifying questions, your time, 4 minutes.
Can I just make a really quick comment? Thank you for your presentation. It was great. I won't lie. I think it's very financially viable. What I'm not convinced about is the SDG element of it, unfortunately. I just feel like I think you should just it needs to be thought through a little bit more in terms of the interconnectivity between some of the different SDGs. I understand. I wasn't sure why you put 4 there. I wasn't sure why you put 8 there. I understand why 9 is there. I think it's just as from a business perspective, it's great. It's a great idea. It's gonna work. You're gonna make loads of money. From an SDG perspective, from a perspective of having an impact on the SDGs, I'm not yet convinced, and I would just consider that you think about that part a little bit more.
Okay, thanks for your feedback.
Thank you so much. Any questions, dear experts?
Sure.
Please go ahead.
I totally agree with Cynthia in terms of just the story around the SDGs on the product, for sure. But thanks so much for the presentation. Really great presentation. My one question, which I may have missed during the presentation, is just sort of who is impacted by this particular product. How many people over what period of time are you looking to give this access to, in a sense?
Yeah. Okay. So can you hear me? I want to confirm you can hear me because I stopped sharing my screen.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So we are looking at targeting the low-income earners in within a particular community. Like I said, a lot of people use a lot of telco services, but we still have there are still areas there are people that still can't use 4G devices, that have data enabled devices basically. So we are looking at how we can address this by reaching out to these guys, to these people.
But are you aware of how many people exactly will be impacted and how many people will benefit?
Yes, that's where we leverage our data analytics. Yeah, we are leveraging data analytics to find these segments. So we focus on this particular segment, and we find them, getting numbers, and then we now address them directly by using the approach of data and device financing. Yes. So there are actually players in this space which are non-technical telecommunications provider, like likes of Easy Buy in my country here. But we are trying to leverage reaching them. We're looking at leveraging their ability to penetrate these individuals using our resources. For example, now this device financing initiative can be carried out. We're looking at how we can carry it out using the USSD platforms, and also by leveraging how they make phone calls, how they carry out, how they send SMSs, how they recharge their lines. Fine, this individual cannot buy a phone worth $100 at an instance, but we can find out that yes, he has the ability to pay gradually. So by doing that, we are providing the service to them.
Thank you so much.
An outreach kind of is an opportunity for them. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Dear experts, if there are any crucial questions or suggestions you would love to give, soon we have like 40 seconds left.
Sure, I have one suggestion. I mean, the level of enthusiasm and energy that you display is massive, and I could see the business opportunity. I could also see the impact your services will have on these communities, and especially when it comes to education, for instance, it's massive. My only piece of advice: as a jury, we're also asked to comment on your presentation presentation skills. The flip side of your energy and enthusiasm is that you may get bogged down in details, and I would recommend that you focus on the really big questions, the big picture a bit more, which will help you in getting the required resources, funding, and so forth.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, team, for your presentation. Good luck with the project, and thank you, dear experts.